Hello Aquarius and welcome. I hope you're doing good, and if you're not, I hope that you will. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome back if this isn't your first time. Either way, I'm so glad you're here to join me for today's video, which is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And as you can see from the title, today we're doing your tarot predictions for the month of April 2021. So I hope you're excited for this as much as I am to do this reading for you. Two things that I want to say before we get into it. First of all, this is a general reading, so make sure to take only what resonates and then leave the rest. And also, I do private readings, both astrology and tarot. I will leave my contact information down below. If you're interested, you can hit me up over there to book your private reading today. Okay? But without any further ado, let's just get into it and see what does the month of April have in store for you, my beautiful Aquarians. So, what's going on for Aquarius in April? Okay. Okay, this is too much. Give me one. Okay, we're gonna keep you. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to be in reverse? No. Okay. Is there anything else? Okay, we're going to stop here. So let's see. You have the Seven of Voices in reverse. The Empress, the Four of Voices, the Muse of Inspiration, the Hermit in reverse, the Eight of Voices, and finally the Knight of Inspiration in reverse. At the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Materials. So I'm getting that this is a lot about your relationship to yourself, first of all. And, you know, we are in Aries season for most of April, and Aries is all about the self. So I'm not that surprised that this is the energy that the collective could be in, more so than at a different time. We do notice that we have a lot of swords cards here, right? The Voices or the Swords suit. We have the Seven in reverse, the Four and the Eight. There's a lot of different things about whether, you know, will there be movement? Will we be staying still? Honesty, dishonesty, are we giving to ourselves, especially with this Page of Materials? And oh my god, I just noticed this wasn't the Muse of Inspiration, this was the Muse of Materials. I'm sorry, I saw that wrong, because I removed the Page of Materials and underneath there was the real Muse of Inspiration, and I was like, hold on. But anyway, okay, so you might think that you're a very fiery person, but you're actually more earthy, or at least this is how others see you, with me mistaking the Muse of Materials for the Muse of Inspiration, because the Muse of Materials is the King of Pentacles and the Muse of Inspiration is the King of Wands. there's a sense of unveiling your true self with the Empress. With this, you know, this face here on the Seven of Voices, it's very stern. And so maybe you didn't let yourself become your true self, or at least show that to others in the past. And now you're kind of getting called to do that now. But, you know, this is a difficult process. And although you are guided and you can be helped in the spiritual realm, they can never do things for you, as in that you need to be co-creating with spirit and with the universe, and you always have free will. So the question is kind of like, will you give to yourself? Which was, I did already say that, but that's what I got when I saw this page of materials at the bottom. We also have, you know, the Hermit in reverse, which is, you know, upright. The Hermit is about isolation and going within. But then, and so it's in reverse, so, you know, it suggests like, okay, this isolation is over, we're getting more social, we're coming out of the cave a little bit. But with this Eight of Voices, you're still imprisoned in all of your social norms, all of your traumas, all of your whatever social standards that you feel limited by. But this is spirit, and, you know, there's a reason why you came to this reading, why you found this reading. It's because spirit wants you to realize this is not just about, oh yeah, we're going within, like, spiritual awakening kind of stuff. It's like you're going through your spiritual awakening. You are awakening. But it's like you are restricting yourself. It's not the universe doing this to you, or at least not anymore. The universe wants you to come out of the cave, but you don't want to because you're scared. And I do want to say right now, Aquarius, we have Jupiter and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius throughout the year. And especially, you know, for every person it will be different, because you have different Aquarius placements and different houses in your astrological birth chart, and also at different degrees, right? So you will have them transiting over your planet or points in Aquarius at a different moment. But Saturn especially can be a very confining and restricting energy that can be really, really, really hard to work through. And the thing is, the answer is not escapism. Okay, the answer is not escapism, because can you see how this person has the kind of like a head in the clouds, is how I'm seeing it. And yes, there's like rays of light, but can you see that it's the exact same rays of light as here? And so when you let yourself only live through your dream realm and your fantasy world, and isolate yourself from the world to kind of protect yourself all the time and never put yourself out there, you're actually imprisoning yourself without even realizing it. Okay. But the thing is, and look, we do have, it does look like Saturn. See this planet with the ring here. The thing about Saturn is that it doesn't want our demise or anything like that. It doesn't want to just kind of screw us over, which can be like, if you are into astrology on the surface, and kind of like when you're first starting to learn about astrology and you're not getting that in depth, there's kind of this energy around, or this reputation around Saturn, but Saturn is not trying to screw us over. Saturn is kind of like this teacher or this guide that gives us, or this parent that gives us tough love. And yes, it's so easy to hate them, it's so easy to resent them and be angry at them, but when you grow up and you mature and you look back, you realize that they were doing this not because they disliked you or because they wanted you to fail, but because they wanted you to surpass yourself and work through a lot of your blockages so that you could become even greater. Because if Saturn didn't push you to push yourself, would you have ever achieved what you've achieved today? That's the question that Saturn wants you to think about. And if you feel like right now you're being pushed by Saturn, you're being confined by Saturn, it's very, very hard. And you have to work hard constantly on everything to get through, or to get what you want, or, you know, to feel like you're doing something meaningful, or like you're growing. That's why. And so the thing is, and Saturn does reward. Saturn isn't only about restricting. Saturn rewards the hardworking. And you know, hardworking does not mean burnout, first of all. Okay, two very different things. But you're never, and again, yeah, this is exactly the same thing. This is like, if you keep escaping, if you keep trying to avoid your Saturn lessons, they're gonna only hit you harder. Especially over time, okay? Because we get, I know I'm talking a lot about astrology, which I usually don't in my tarot readings, but I do feel that there's a heavy influence here, and maybe some of you guys watching are into astrology. Sorry. This will interest you to start researching that. But around the age of 28, 30 years old, we have what we call the Saturn return, which is when Saturn, the transiting Saturn, you know, at the moment in the sky, is coming back to the same position it was when we were born. And this can be a very challenging time. This can be a very rewarding time. It depends on every single person. But typically, if you've been avoiding your Saturn lessons throughout your whole life, Saturn return can hit you harder, because Saturn is a lot about realism and about karma. So if you've been avoiding your hard life lessons, Saturn will be like, bam, and it will be like, listen, you can't run away anymore. And it will be difficult to handle all at once, but you don't have to be scared, because the more you try to face this and you work through this, first of all, Saturn will reward you. And I'm telling you, Saturn rewards hit different, okay? And also the easier and the more harmonious your Saturn return will feel. Okay, I'm not sure. Everyone watching will be at different age. Some of you will be going through your Saturn return at the moment. Some of you will not have gone through it. Some of you have gone through it recently or in the past, whatever, okay? But if you're scared of that, don't be. It's all about your free will, right? We've talked about that already. And the thing is, you are very hardworking. That's the truth with this Muse of Materials. And you know, I did mistake this for a different card, so maybe this is something that you don't really see about yourself. But this is something that's very clear to other people in your life. That you are a very ambitious, organized, hardworking, practical, down-to-earth person. And people really appreciate you for it. So it's time for you to also view that in yourself and value that in yourself. But you know, again, this is not a month with the Knight of Inspiration in reverse at the bottom here. This is not a month where there's a lot of outward action. This is more about you liberating yourself within yourself. So it's more personal, as I said, right? So it might not be, even if you go through like a lot of stuff or this awakening, it might not be something that a lot of people will see, but you will feel it, you'll see it, and that's what matters, okay? And then it's when you're able to go through this that you're able to kind of flip this over and be like, okay, charging at life, right? Just being a go-getter with what we want. And Saturn also wants to tell you that if in the past you would gossip a lot or lie or be petty, be sneaky, be dishonest with people, even if it's like something like, oh, I'm not telling them the truth, but I'm not lying either, but you're like purposely hiding the truth, or you're surrounding yourself with people like this will not be tolerated anymore, and you shouldn't put yourself in this energy anymore. Okay, and if you've been wondering what is blocking your awakening, especially if you feel like it's closed, this is what is blocking your awakening, because underneath we have the Empress. So you need to detach yourself from this behavior and or these people to really step into your power and awaken. Okay, but let's get you some self-care for the month. So what's some self-care for Aquarius? You know, I do want to say with, you know, the Seven of voices, right? I was saying like distance yourself from dishonest people. It's not necessarily like cut them out of your life, and you know, each of you will have a different situation, and you have free will, you follow your intuition, you do what you want, but it's at least, if they do have that kind of behavior around you, it's at least telling them like, okay, no, I don't want that anymore, or I don't like that, I don't want you to say those things about those people when you're around me, or at all if possible, you know, things like that. So at least putting some boundaries around yourself so that you can protect your own energy in the process, right? Okay, is there anything else? Yeah. Okay, we're going to stop here. I'm not going to do a lot of interpretation for these because they're quite straightforward, and I do mean them to be, but this is like, how can you take care of yourself better? How can you love yourself better? What can you do to be more aligned with your true soul path throughout this month? So we have number 23, family. So spending time with your family, reconnecting with them, either biological or chosen, can be very nurturing, very rewarding, fulfilling for you, especially throughout this month. If you've been hesitating on calling a family member or going to see them, or whatever that is, this could be a sign for you to do that. We have number 42, read. And also I'm hearing read for fun. Don't only read like essays or informational academic text. Read like fiction or poetry or things that's just for fun, and that you can kind of let your brain log off, right? We have number 25, ground yourself. And this can be done through many different ways, but you can find your own. You can Google that if you need any ideas. We have number 50, sweet treat. We have number 28, intuition. So what did I say? Follow your intuition, right? Aquarius is a very intuitive sign, actually, because you're ruled by the planet of Uranus, which is a very intuitive planet and sensitive to all kind of psychic stuff. So Aquarius is definitely the most intuitive sign. That's not a water sign, right? Because the water signs are... No, I'm showing this card like talking, not even saying this. This is number 49, spend time with friends. Of course, the water signs are known to be intuitive, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but Aquarius is definitely very intuitive as well, the most intuitive of the non-water signs of the zodiac. But anyway, that's enough babbling around for me. That is the reading that I got for you today, Aquarius. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it resonated and that it was insightful and helpful. If you did like it, please let me know by liking this video. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate all of your support. Comment down below to let me know if this resonated and how. I would love to hear it. Share this video and subscribe to my channel for more. I would love to have you here. I post new pick-up pals every single week on many different kinds of subjects. If you have any suggestions or requests, feel free to leave them down in the comments, and I might as well do them in the near future. And as you can see, I also post monthly predictions for all of the zodiac signs every single month. So if this didn't resonate, that's okay. It happens. You can watch one of your other signs, sun, moon, and rising. If they're not on my channel yet, they will be very, very soon. So make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss out on that. But either way, I will wish you an amazing rest of your day or night. Thank you once again for joining me. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.